Tonight, a UN diplomat is back from talks inside North Korea and sounding a new warning about the need to decrease tensions. The rare UN mission to North Korea comes at a time of growing concern over Kim Jong-un's race to acquire weapons of mass destruction, including biological weapons. Our Brian Todd has more on this frightening possibility. What are you learning, Brian?
Wolf, we're learning tonight that Kim Jong-un has the capability to weaponize more than a dozen biological agents within just a few days if he wants to wreak havoc on the Korean peninsula. There are reports that Kim has been methodical but unrelenting in getting his scientists to figure out how to deploy deadly agents like Anthrax, which killed several Americans right after 9/11. Tonight, there are new concerns that Kim Jong-un's deadly ambitions go beyond nuclear weapons. South Korean officials and independent weapons experts are growing increasingly concerned that Kim's regime has the intent and capability to develop biological weapons.
They are a weapon of terror in a sense, because we have in our own minds these thoughts about the horror of biologicals, outbreaks of disease. This is something that frightens us.
South Korean government reports, recently cited by Harvard University, say North Korea has 13 types of biological agents which it can weaponize within 10 days. They say anthrax and smallpox are the most likely agents they would deploy.
Anthrax is virtually the ideal biological agent for weapons purposes. It's a bacterium that is very hardy. It can survive all kinds of conditions. It can persist. It is very deadly. You can aerosolize it and spread it around with sprayers.
June 2015, Kim Jong-un tours the Pyongyang Biotechnical Institute. The North Koreans said it was a factory which manufactured pesticides, but some machinery on display raised alarm.
It seems that they have invested a lot in imported equipment that costs them a lot and is, I think, unreasonable for any civilian application.
Equipment like what analysts say are industrial-scale fermenters, which could produce anthrax on a large scale, and other machinery used to convert biological agents into sprayable form. South Koreans would be in the direct line of fire, a threat taken seriously enough that South Korea holds mock drills for WMD attacks. But nearly 38,000 American troops in South Korea could also be hit.
A small aircraft basically overflying them, individuals who are infecting them. There's just no way to guarantee and protect U.S. troops from this.
Officials say there's no evidence North Korea has yet produced a biological weapon. But with the assassination of his half-brother this year, Kim Jong-un has shown the willingness to use his chemical weapons arsenal. And having the capability for a biological attack, with the difficulties in tracing those weapons, experts say, adds another dimension to Kim's threat.
With biologicals, there's a slight element of deniability. There could be an outbreak of a disease in South Korea. It would take us weeks, maybe even longer, to trace it back to North Korea. And during that time, he could kill South Koreans.
Experts say another advantage this gives Kim Jong-un is the diversion of his enemy's resources, that for every dollar the U.S. and South Korea spend on preparing for an anthrax, smallpox, or other biological outbreak, that's a dollar they don't spend on preparing for a possible conventional or nuclear attack from North Korea. He could also use this as a big diversion if he's attacking one place with biological to attack another with a nuclear weapon.
Yeah, very frightening indeed. All right, Brian Todd reporting. Thank you. Coming up.